You can buy a Toyota, you can buy a Ferrari. Both great cars. And it's the same thing with beef.
Thanks. Here at Delmonico's, a steak will cost you $45. At some other restaurants in the city, it'll cost you even more. A $50 steak, though, is more than just a milestone on a menu. It's an economics lesson in global supply and demand. The supply? Today, the U.S. has about 90 million head of cattle, the lowest herd since 1952, according to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. And the demand?
We're exporting ourselves into a shortage. These other countries now have demand. They've got money. You're seeing increases in demand coming from China. And if the dollar stays weak, that gives them an incentive, as their middle class grows, to import our beef prices, which obviously forces us up.
In 2011, the U.S. exported 20% more beef than the year before.
Here we have some of the dry-aged short loins.
Delmonico's hasn't followed the herd into $50 steak territory yet.
If we raised our prices every time something jumped, it would be a little silly. So we're just going to ride it out and kind of see what happens.
It's not just high-end steakhouses where you're paying more for your beef. It's the same story at the butcher shop.
We raised it to maybe 8%, which is not much.
But perhaps enough to affect consumer appetite.
Business has slowed down, yes. People's eating habits have changed a little bit. If they normally eat an 1.5 inch steak, maybe they're cutting it down to an inch.
Add more expensive corn, and wholesale beef prices are up 10% in the past year, according to the USDA.
Corn is the major input cost to cattle. So as that input cost of corn goes up, you've got to see cattle prices go up along with it. Past some sort of massive amount of real financial turmoil, I think that over the next 5 years, cattle prices can probably go up 50 to 75% more than where they're at right now.
But not everyone is convinced.
That would be one heck of a price change from where we're at today. Same time this demand is growing, we're seeing signs that the Australian cow herd is going to increase. We're seeing some signs of expansion in Canada. There's also some signs of some growth in South America. Put all that together over the course of the next 5 years, pricing will be flat to down just slightly, I think, by then.
But for now, beef is just another cost taking a bite out of your wallet.
It's really the prices overall. I'm finding that it's more expensive. Just the cost of living has gone up.
We have some customers that come and eat a 3-pound ribeye by themselves, $90.
No recession here?
No recession here. We're fortunate. We have plenty of customers that can afford to spend money.
Patricia Wu, CNN Money, New York.